I'd like to congratulate the young man on his award and his involvement in the community and his mayor's essay. I'd also like to congratulate the Muncie Fire Department and their supporters for a great showing of solidarity and support here tonight. I'm not up here with any answers. Sometimes, though, I got lost to compare facts. So I think sometimes it's worthy to look outside a situation, an environment, maybe even the community, to others with similar problems that Muncie may have or have experienced. You know, and so over the course of the last several days, I've taken the opportunity to look at what I think are fair, reasonable comparisons to Muncie. Maybe Purdue came to mind, Lafayette, at West Lafayette, that hosts Purdue has such a minimal, like $19 million budget and no safety costs to speak of. So I went down to Bloomington. As a matter of comparison, there's 70,000 people that live in Bloomington, 66,000 here in Muncie. Obviously, IU's a little bigger than Ball State, or maybe substantially bigger than Ball State. So there's probably a fair assumption that some of the services and other demands upon the city are a little greater down there. And once again, even the cost of the safety services are similar. Budgets are structured a little differently. They have their own water service built in instead of separate privatized water, things like that. So the budgets are larger numbers, but relevant to the general fund, there's a substantial difference in percentages, and I think somebody may speak to that yet tonight. But once again, in the area of fire operations in Muncie, we've got a budget of $9.5 million for this year, which I know we're paying for 117 for this budget year, and I know the numbers are reduced from that, but that's what we're paying for. 7 stations. Bloomington, $8 million, about $1.5 million less. 109 firefighters on 5 stations. Don't know exactly what the answers are. I think maybe if we can't find them within ourselves, maybe we want to go outside and talk to people that might help us in that regard as to how we might be able to arrest some of our costs. One of the things that really puzzles me, and maybe somebody can enlighten me because I really think there's something wrong here, is that in the pension areas, and this applies both to the fire and police both, and I'm not going to speak necessarily to the police at the moment, but they're both comparative. We've got $4.3 million in pension costs here in Muncie. And when you look across the state, you need to get to a town the size of Fort Wayne or Evansville or something like that before you start getting into pension costs that big. When you get into Bloomington, which has the fair same amount of operational costs, they have a $2 million, less than half, pension costs. I don't know, it makes me wonder whether at some point in time we didn't fund our pensions. Maybe we're paying some sort of penalty or whatever the case might be, but I mean, there between the police and fire, we've got $5 million that seem to be on average, comparatively speaking, of monies that other communities don't seem to be suffering. So anyhow, I'm just up here to say, you know, we need to find the answer. The bottom line is Bloomington has a $60 million budget compared to what, a $40 million budget for the city of Muncie. But the taxable amount that Bloomington has is $24 million versus $28 million for...
Your time is up, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.